Welcome to Bergie's review of Love Island Season 8, Episode 1. The first thing we got to talk about is the musical number because this is like the new thing for Love Island since Season 6. Like they absolutely killed the musical number. And I feel like we're chasing that high of like Cordell absolutely killing it with the suitcase in Came Here for Love. And I honestly think Came Here for Love is probably the best song that Love Island has used for a musical number. Like last year we had I think of like the Huda dance because like that's all my TikTok feed was showing me for like the first couple of weeks of Love Island was just her doing like the whatever dance. And I honestly think Came Here for Love is my favorite Love Island song that has been used for the musical number. Like I don't even remember last night's musical number. I think it is my least favorite musical number that Love Island has used. So anyways, that is it for the musical number. Let's get into the actual show. If you've seen previous seasons of Love Island, like this is a typical like introduction to the Islanders. Islanders are obviously pretty nervous. This is their first reality TV show. They're in their early 20s. If anything online that I've been seeing right now, I think people are being way too mean to Kenzie. Like she's obviously smiling, she's obviously nervous, and people are just like coming up with these crazy theories, and I do not appreciate that, guys. Like she's young, she's like this is her first show. Like stop saying like random things about Kenzie. Other than that, let's get into the couples. Since I'm already talking about Kenzie, let's go into Zach and Kenzie. Obviously, Zach has no interest in Kenzie, and he made it very apparent last night in their first chat. He looked at her dead in the eyes. Like you can see him open the door, I guess, like if you want to go like the first moment. And you can see he has absolutely no interest in Kenzie. He's like, oh, crap. Like that's the facial reaction he gave to when he opened the door for Kenzie. And then they're sitting on the bench or whatever it was yesterday, and he looked right at her. He's like, I've never dated a blonde, and I normally go for girls with dark features. And she's like, oh, okay. And that told me everything I needed to know. Zach does not like Kenzie, and I think Kenzie picked up on that as well. And then obviously she went back to Zach, and I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. I think she's nervous, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like, don't be mean to Kenzie. Like, you gotta think like she's embarrassed herself. I don't know where the cheating allegation is coming from like the sneak peek. Because obviously Zach didn't cheat it. Like he literally told you he's not interested in you at all. Pretty much point blank, almost rudely. And he did not cheat. He was very open and apparent about where you guys stood. But Kenzie, I understand you crying and all of that because it's very dramatic. You're embarrassed. One, you have all of Love Island watching you, and like that's a lot to take in. Like this guy just left you, and America now has to see that. Up next, we have Bryce and Trinity, and I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to be completely honest in this review while I do these. I think there is a reason why Bryce is 29 years old and hasn't found his perfect match. And this is not an advertisement for Netflix. I don't have a Netflix subscription. But there is a reason, and I think he moves smoothly. He feels like he can get any girl he wants. And I felt like he was very rehearsed with Trinity. He did it too well. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to try out this new bombshell. Like he's already done it. So I don't know what Bryce is going to do this season. He's kind of like a mystery man to me. Like I don't know what he's going to do, but I don't think he may not find his perfect match on the season. I think he's going to be floating around and enjoying his time on the show. That's my opinion. We'll see if I'm wrong. Trinity, she's also like, let's explore. She's 22. Like Bryce is 29. Like that's a 7-year age difference. Like I remember when I was 22, I'm like the oldest I'd probably date is 26, and I found Taylor and she was 2 years older than me. But other than that, I think obviously I don't think this couple is going to work out. It seemed way too good to be true in the first episode as well, and I feel like Bryce was just they kissed, and I was just like, this dude moves way too well, and yeah, we're going to see where this goes. But I don't think they're going to stay together. That's for sure. The one couple I got right this season, Anaya and Casey, by default. Maybe I should give up guessing who's going to be coupling up. I can guess Traders pretty well. I was 2 for 3 on Traders, but for Love Island couples, I am 4 for 15. This is not good. But Anaya and Casey, obviously they picked each other by default. I guess I can speak kind of to that because like obviously I didn't get picked on my season of Love Island, and it does suck. I loved how Casey opened the door and he was like, oh shit, there's nobody there. Like I think it would have been really funny if he just closed the door real quick. He's like, nobody's there, we got to do that again, or like whatever. But I personally think Casey's one of my favorite guys right now because I just relate to that. And Anaya, I hope maybe they'll find love with each other, but maybe they won't. Either way, I'm excited to see where this goes. I know like the bombshells have come in, and disrupted everything. But let's see where this goes, guys. All right, Sean and Patrice. Sean, I'm sorry. I am really happy that you came out and said like you're a dad. You didn't lead anybody on for like a week or two before telling them you're a papacita. Like, good for you for telling everybody straight up. Like, you're not like leading someone on into a relationship and then dropping that bomb on them and now they have to make a decision on what to do next. Because like if I was on Love Island at 23 years old, I was not in a financially good spot to like raise a child. I literally went to Love Island with $1,500 in my bank account, had no money. Yeah, so not raising a child. I'm so happy, Sean, you did that. Also though, like I think the biggest ick of the night was you saying you like country music. I also like country music, but like you apparently love country music and Patrice does not like country music at all. So I think this couple is already done. I think the bombshell that came in, Gabriel, is picking Patrice. So Sean, it is time to start scrambling, my man, and find someone else in this villa because Patrice is going with Gabriel. And I feel that. So also Trinity, I think Trinity and Bryce I'll come back to that. All right, my favorite couple of the night was Sincere and Melanie. I really do love these guys together. We're gonna see what ends up happening though. I feel like Sincere can turn his head potentially, and same with Melanie. It's still very early. It's like they've only really been together for 6 hours when we're watching this. So yeah, there's not been a lot of time. But in the first 6 hours, this is my favorite couple that I've seen so far. Now let's get into like the bombshells, Kata and Gabriel. I think Kata is going to probably take Zach away from Kenzie. So Kenzie's going to be into this boiling pot. So that gives her an opportunity to maybe recouple up with Sean. I also have another prediction that I'll get into, but I think Gabriel is going to take Patrice. So I think by default, Trinity and Bryce are going to get back together by default. This is my assumption. And in the future, I think we're going to get 2 bombshells that are going to be male before the first elimination. I think it's going to be 2 male bombshells. They're going to drop in a challenge or whatnot because last year we got Hannah and Amaya in one of the first bombshells and they were girls. So this year it's got to be 2 boy bombshells coming in soon. Let's see if I'm right. This is my prediction. I did this my whole season of Love Island season 5 and I was pretty right with my predictions. So Bergie's upcoming prediction is 2 male bombshells will come in before the first elimination. We will see if I am right.